Hey, what's happening? It's Green Thumb. I want to do a video that I've been meaning to do for a while, and I think some of you people who watch this might get a little butthurt when you watch it. Yep. You know why? We're talking about tomatoes. And I know that's kind of personal for a lot of people, how you grow it and what you grow it in and all that. I think that's absolutely fantastic. If you're putting food on the table for your family, perfect. So I'm going to spin this camera around and I'm going to show you guys what I'm talking about, okay? All right. Okay, here we go. This is what we're talking about here. So I only grow indeterminate tomatoes. Okay, that's all I grow. I grow them on stakes, like these fellas right here, or I tie them to a piece of twine, sort of like a greenhouse style, and I just trellis them up. But I only ever single stem them like this, okay? And I never let suckers grow, okay? I'm constantly pruning suckers. If you're wondering, this is where the suckers grow. Right here between the sun leaf and the main vine. So an indeterminate variety of tomato grows like a vine, and it's got a growth tip. Mine doesn't have a growth tip anymore because I cut it off so the rest of my tomatoes would ripen up because it's mid-September. But that's a whole other video. So anyways, let me step this back. So nice, tidy tomatoes, right? They clip up the branches and the leaves as your tomatoes ripen, nice and tidy, lots of sun, lots of air movement, very little bugs. And then you have people who do that. I know, right? Some of you people are thinking, what on God's green earth is that? Well, this is how some of y'all grow tomatoes, and you blow my mind. I don't get it. Nice, tidy, okay? And this. So you can't really weed in here anymore, right? It all just grows like crazy. I've got tomatoes growing over top of tomatoes, over top of tomatoes. I've got tomatoes growing into other plants. And because they lie on the ground, slugs crawl all over them. Earwigs are right there. This is prime picking for earwigs, right? They just sit on the dirt. It's creeping into everything, right? Look at, they grow, they're going right up all in my Swiss chard. And you can't even walk through here anymore. It's essentially, I'm standing, there's my feet. This is a pathway, okay? That's a pathway. So now essentially, I can't get over to this little corner section of my garden where I have some dill and some marigolds and whatever. But this is an experiment. You guys who watch my channel know that I do experiments in my gardens. I've done, what, at least half a dozen this year. So normally how I grow, experiment. No way. Like this is just, now I mean, for those of you who've seen my gardens, everything is in rows and it's all measured, and I plant down to the inch. That's just because I'm a little, you know, whatever. But that's not the point. But I don't understand why anybody would grow tomatoes sprawled on the ground like this. Yep. This isn't really a rant. It's more of a, to put this out there, because I don't understand why anybody would want to grow tomatoes like this. Even if you had a huge patch and you could just let them sprawl. So let's say I just decided to turn my whole little back section of garden here, right, into just a big sprawl of tomatoes. How are you going to walk around in there? How are you going to weed in there? How are you going to check for diseases in your plants in there? Besides, obviously, when they show up, right? I don't get it. So why don't you guys jump in the comments here? For you guys who grow this, could you let me know what benefits you find in this? And don't give me the argument about how you can pull more fruit off your plant and so on and so forth. Okay? Yeah, I pull mad fruit off my plants. One of my plants up top there, up that way, last time I counted had 31 tomatoes on it. The plant was 9 feet tall. So it's not about getting more fruit, right? And you're going to probably say, well, if you let them sucker, and then if they sucker, then you'll get more fruit off the suckers and so on and so forth. sure, you're right, yep. But at what point can your plant not provide enough nutrients to supply nutrients to grow all of the tomatoes on the plant, including what's coming off the main vine and also what's coming off the suckers, which could then also be what's coming off the suckers off of the suckers. I don't get it. So yeah, guys, shoot me a message in the comments there. Let me know if you guys do this. And how's that for a tomato? That's pretty friggin' monstrous, huh? These are mortgage lifters. Right there. 2 to 4 pounds per tomato. These things are monstrous. Anyways, have a good one. Just wanted to see what you guys think. Bye.